Testing. Hey there, hey there. I decided to do a random Sunday stream just because why not? I don't know. I feel like sticking to a schedule is just really hard for me. I'll be honest. I tried. I'm trying to get better with my time management. But it's so hard, guys. Like, I just can't do it. Like, when I want to create, I just do it. I don't like sitting down time. Okay, from this time to this time, I'm going to do it. It's good advice to give someone, but in that, like, reality, you have to do it when you feel it. So it is, like, a really hard tightrope to walk on. Let's see, I'm just trying to get my stuff up, because I don't think people have my notifications on that I started. Hopefully I should have started. Because I'm not seeing it. Nope, I am. Hey there, undercover dog. I know, random stream, random stream. I was kind of in the mood to just doodle today, so that's what we're doing. I felt bad too, because like I didn't do any last week. I don't know, like in the evenings I just don't feel. It's hard to just sit down and do it. I was not expecting this. I know. I'm trying to get the link up from my like onto my reel because it's not showing on my account yet. Like that I'm streaming, even though I'm like refreshing YouTube and stuff. Let me see. I closed YouTube, so we'll try it again. Where is it? There it is. I think it's just my internet. I don't know why it's so slow. There's one, and then I have to set it onto my Instagram. I wish there was like a better way, but I haven't found any. I've been looking at some bots, but I don't like how some of them are set up, and sometimes you have to pay for it, and I'm cheap. I'm not paying. I'd rather just do it myself, even if it's a bit of a hassle. Like, join the stream. How are y'all Sundays? I hope they're good. Get some doodling in before the week starts. I also have to make it a little bit more because I am working on a magazine for my second part. And I want to make a portion where I'm talking about like doing the live streams, but if I'm going to be talking about like my experience of doing live streams, I have to get a little bit more experience doing them, you know? Like, it's so hard though. I'm okay with just yapping by myself. I feel bad because people are going to see my Instagram just like, oh my god, this girl's crazy. I already noticed because I lost followers, but that's okay. That, you know what, that's okay. I spam my story like crazy. I do not care. Peter cheese. There we go. Because I found this picture. I didn't find it. Lemon in my server submitted them. They're from Iceland, and I thought they were so pretty. It was Lemon, right? Let me double check. Make sure I get proper credit to who I'm stealing these pictures from to redraw. There's some horses. See, I don't like doing horses because they're so hard. But like, they always say like if you could draw horses, you can draw anything. I guess it's just not me yet. Yeah, it was Lemon. Okay, yeah, he gave me these pictures. Let me get this on my screen. Let me double check because I'm not seeing if the chat. Yeah, the chat's working. Okay. I thought you were gonna watch me play Silk Song on Tuesday. I was so sick from Monday to Thursday. I just couldn't sit there at my PC. I like went to bed early, like on one of those days. Like I say early, I rarely go to bed at like 1 or 2 in the morning. It's just I've always done that anyway. But like I went to bed at 10, and 11. Like, I was in bed by then, and I was off everything. I was like, I'm just going to bed. I did not feel good. So, I went to this Tuesday. Hopefully, it's just... I'll be honest, I have really bad time management. I do try really hard to keep myself accountable. I've gotten better, but because I am a routine person, but when it comes to like art related stuff, or especially socializing is like my biggest issue. When it comes to socializing, preparing myself to be social is really hard. It's always kind of been like that. I can't use that as a crutch, but especially when I wasn't feeling good, I was like, I can't do it this week. But I will definitely try and hold myself more accountable. That this week, on Tuesdays, we do server stuff on the Discord. If anyone wants to join, the link is in my bio. If you guys are also here, can you like and share, please? That just helps push me. But anyway, we're gonna do this. I don't know how long I'm gonna be streaming today. I have nothing else planned for the day. So I was like, you know what, I might as well. Like, I'm just like, I was watching Sims. Like, I like watching Sims building houses. I tried to play The Sims. It's too much on my PC. I also hate that EA. Like, one, they sold all their stuff. I don't know if it was to Somalia, whatever, or Syria. I can't remember. It was some like Muslim country that EA sold all their data to, and there's like this massive boycott right now going on because of that. So it's like I'm not gonna just play the game anymore. So I watch another streamer just build houses on there because like it's kind of like relaxing because it's like I like miniature doll houses. I like aquarium building, but I don't know, like just watching people build the houses. Saudi Arabia, yeah. It was like some Middle Eastern country. I can't remember. It was Saudi Arabia. Probably reasonable streaming time. I'm doing a stream that is a reasonable time. How lovely. 8 to 10 is reasonable. It's just not like reasonable for anyone else, you know? Like it's reasonable for me, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about like streaming on Sundays just because like that's the Lord's Day, but I don't think he minds if I'm doing it for him, you know? That's not what I want. I don't like that it like auto clicks to the border there. Like that's not what I'm trying to get it to do. Maybe if I use this. Okay. I don't know how big this should be. Maybe there? Okay, yeah. Where's my bucket tool? But I liked this picture. I was like, you know what? Mine now. Yoink. Lock that. But let's try and get this background color to be more accurate. The 8 to 10 streams. It's reasonable for me too, mainly since I have nothing to do at that time. 9 p.m. stream is super reasonable for me. I love time zones. It's just any earlier for me because I live with family, so it's like any earlier, it's very disruptive. I'm either not even home, like I'm just constantly doing stuff. I'm either doing chores or like we're all doing something. And I don't want to constantly like 3 times a week leaving my family, even though I draw throughout the day and other stuff. It's like I'd rather just spend time with them. As sweet as that is, I don't know, but I would rather spend time with them like when it's convenient, and then I do this when it's convenient. Like, but it is kind of hard to juggle just because of that. I don't know, and I feel like it's also a lot of what's the word? A lot on my plate when I'm doing other projects. I kind of found out like this was supposed to be like kind of study time for me, like just study on like how to do landscapes more, but I feel like I've been kind of slacking on doing like person studies, but I haven't really figured out like I don't want to do like random people on streams, but I don't know, it's because I've done the figure studying stream, which was like fine. I don't know, it's just I'm still trying to figure out like how I want to go forward with that, if that makes any sense. Like, because I would love to do like world map making, because I'm working on Norwood still. I've been kind of teasing like not really teasing, like juggling the idea in my head of like, what if I did like a world making stream, or like we just sit down all together and we lock down like how can we make this world, kind of like a world building stream. Like, I don't know if that would be entertaining. So I'm kind of exploring that idea. Doodles, I can try and get you a good picture of a horse. I mean, horse stream. If people are okay with a horse stream, I like, I don't know, I kind of want to do both houses. Like, what do I respond to, but also like, what do people entertain? Like, what do they want to see like drawn? Like, I kind of want my work to be a good reference, like, of how to do stuff. Like, I did a whole stream of how to use the most basic tools to make clouds. Like, if I need to do another, like, how to use the most basic tools on Krita to make grass using a mouse. Like, you're drawing the Norwegian Sea. Ooh. Fun fact, fun fact. Well, I have to go. Quick supper. Enjoy the rest of your day, everyone. Bye, Undercover Dog. Thank you for joining. It is just something I am currently like going through in my head, like back and forth. I like, I'll ramble about it forever if like people don't care if I do that. I don't know, sometimes I just want to draw for me too. Like, that's kind of what I'm doing. I just wanted to do C, because I did a lot of painting on a wall mural I'm working on in real life. Unfortunately, I can't show it, but you guys gotta trust me, I cooked. I've been cooking. I couldn't work on it much because my back went out back in, gosh, when was it? November. So I couldn't stand, I couldn't like work on it because I had to be on like on a ladder going up and down, trying to like get my paints together. I've gone through 3 tubes of paint. I have to go back and buy more paint. But it looks good. The water, scrumptious. I love doing water. Like, it is my favorite thing to do. Water and clouds. I think if you can do water and clouds, you can do anything in art. It kind of takes the same rendering. Yeah, look at this. Sorry, I didn't mean to curse, but look at this water. Look! You can squint and you can already see it. It's like, it's all right there. That easy. Work big to small. Like this color. I don't know if I want it more blue. It is kind of more blue. It kind of has this really nice greenish tone in it though. That's still smudge. What about this? What does this look like? It kind of has that weird clump pull on it. What about this one? That one's really thick. I don't like. I like it when they're kind of like smoother. Like this one, yeah, this one's nice. I like this brush. And bring it along this way. I love getting just random comments. Sorry. I love when like people with no profile picture, no names, no followers like try and like tell me stuff on Instagram. It's my favorite hobby. I don't know if like some of you guys I know see like what I post, or comment on other posts. I just do it for the love of the game. Instagram's my favorite game. Like, it's so fun. Who gets so pressed on there? It's kind of like this. Oh, too high up. I love seeing doodles in random corners of the internet. Yeah. I'm everywhere. You're gonna meet someone and then you're gonna like look at their followers like, how do you know doodles? Like, because there was a point in my life, hater rides are nice. There was a point in my life where when I had like 2,000 followers, I met every single one of them, because like I've had my account for I think it's over 10 years old. It's gonna be 11 this year in September, birthday. Wait, no. I don't think, what was it? I don't know if it's 11. Anyway, not really important, but I've had my account for a very long time on Instagram, ever since like middle school. And so, throughout like me trying to grow as an artist and playing games online, like I've met majority of people who follow me. And that was like kind of like a brag before like I did my profile picture seasons. Oh, welcome back, rides are nice. Like before I did my free profile picture seasons, that's how I met people, that's how I grew. And it was really nice because I knew everyone who was liking my stuff or how I was commenting, so it made me feel very connected to my audience. And as trying to be a community content, like artist content creator, is very hard. But I was so grateful. Like, yeah, I'm not big, but I know everyone. It's like I know 2,000 people in a room. That's crazy. Like, even if I just briefly said hi to them in passing and like they saw my stuff, like, oh, like doodles are cool, they still like still choose to follow me. But now, with how many followers I have, it's kind of shocking. I get kind of like overwhelmed sometimes. I'm like, there's no way like this many people liked my stuff. It's kind of like that imposter syndrome kicking back in, but it's just so cool. Like, I had a point and I can't remember what my point was. But I don't know, I think about that a lot sometimes, where it's just like, even if it's for one person, I'll do it. So it doesn't matter like how many people are watching me. Just for one person, I don't mind doing it. Because I kind of felt that way, like, I don't know, maybe it's just like church is still kind of feeling me, because we were talking about that today, where it's like, even if it's for one person, Jesus would like go out of his way to save them. And so it's like, even if it's for one person, I could have the world hate me, because that's kind of what's going on right now. It's like just a lot of hate in this world, but if it means something to someone, then it's worth it. And I think that's really important when it comes to art, because even if it's just you, even like if it only means something to you, it should be worth it. Doesn't matter if it means anything to anyone else. Hey there, Ian. Pretty vase. Thank you. It is hard. It's really, really hard these days, but I mean, for me, that's why I think church is important, but I'm still just hyped. It was good. I'm working on just one main layer on this one. I think just because it's like mostly monochrome, I don't feel the need to do multiple layers. It's kind of easier when I'm doing like, if there's a lot of different colors to do different layers or different like angles, but landscapes like this tend to be, you can do it on one layer and it won't be too difficult. Do you want to lighten this side? unfortunately don't know how to do masking on Krita. I keep forgetting to look it up before I like start. I like going to a wide variety of churches. That is good, especially when like you're kind of like trying to find like your church home. Exploring is really important because like it I don't want to say it's kind of like therapy, but you know, kind of like the standards, like you have to find the therapist that works for you. Because God is the same for everyone, but you have to find like what church really focuses on the values that you find important. Because I'm Baptist. I prefer a church that really specifies on the relationship with God. I think it's very individualistic. I don't like people kind of telling me, oh, like, you have to pray to this person, pray to this person. I don't think that's in my faith. That's not what calls me. But that can be different for someone else. Like, I think for Catholics, they kind of really like that structure. They like that community base. They really liked the... Again, this is just like an outsider, as I have like a Catholicism, but I think it's very noble. Or you'll see like other churches really specified on ministry and serving, going on missionary missions, ministry missions. Sorry. Just gotta find what works for you. We're all made different. We all have different purposes for the Lord. And I pray always that my will be His, you know. And I'm very thankful that He lets me do art. That's always something I have to, like, I tell myself every day now, like, I'm just so thankful He lets me do art. When I go to different countries, I like seeing their churches. Yeah! I love seeing other churches in different countries, like, especially, like, how they build it in the community. All the local art in there is it's just... It's amazing. I loved that. Was like probably my favorite part in like college, just looking those up. I grew up Catholic and switched to Baptist. I know, like, a Baptist gets like, and it's, I feel like because of how, not bashing on the church here when I say this at all, like, I'm fully advocate for people going to church. I think it's the most very important part of being Christian is having that community backing. But I can empathize with people who are new to faith or have a really bad past with like churches and stuff because of human error. They don't like church. It's they don't like the structure of church. They see it as like they see it as like almost like a school. I find when I'm talking to these people, it's like it's phrased as a chore, which I don't think it should be. It's not like that. So I can empathize with it, but I don't know. I just like how Baptists will tend to focus on the relationship. It's very internal, in growth. Like, not saying like it can't be like that in other, but that's like what I've noticed. Like the main separation in my life has been. Yep. But I mean, again, like as I'm saying, like I don't want this to be like a theological debate over what religion is, like what form of Christianity is best. Like they all lead you to the same place, in my opinion. If you have a relationship with Christ, that's it. I'm kind of digging myself into a hole here because I don't want my words to be like taken out of like context or warped against me. The churches in Scotland are beautiful. They so are. I remember seeing, I don't know where it was, but it was like this, it was in that area, but it was this massive, like, wooden church made with no nails. No nails at all. It was like this elite, like, craftsmanship, style. It was just so cool. It was so pretty. I loved it. So beautiful. I love that churches also always look so like homey. That might just be me though, but I always feel like at home, like in a church. Wow, it's like you cloned the picture. That's what doodling does. Like, you don't think about it. You just put it down, you place it, and walk away. You don't think about it at all. Just scribble, scribble, scribble. Keep it very simple, very big, and then you slowly get, like, tighter and tighter with the colors and details. Now I have a really thin brush that I'm going back in and just kind of adding some contrast under these waves here. And it's just supposed to be a study. So if it doesn't look like what you're doing either, that's totally what is supposed to happen. But if it does, that's awesome. It's crazy I'm better with words. Sorry, I like, my brain just fogged out. I was trying to figure out, like, yeah, dude. So my friend Writes Are Nice released a poetry book. Isn't that so awesome? Wait, what was the title? I remember you showing me it. Let's do a shout out here. What was it? Let me find it. It's called Bottles of Sorrow Poems That Paint a Story. Oh, isn't that so cool? Highly, highly, highly recommend if you like poetry, check it out. It's on Amazon. Bottles of Sorrow Poems That Paint a Story. I'll shout that out right there. There you go. That's so cool. I wish I was better at writing. I can't write for the life of me. I'm gonna mute. I'm so sorry, my dogs are barking. Hang on. Yeah, I was muted, sorry. My dogs tend to be a little bit crazy sometimes, so I had to like mute. I don't want like their barking. Let's see. almost done here. Kind of wish I knew like a better brush to do like these little specks here, because I think they're kind of cute, but none of these brushes give like, there's this one. Let's see. I guess so. Add a little bit more detail to this cloud here. Take, let me see, is this the same color? This is a little bit lighter. Okay, let me come back to here. Take this. Just a little bit of this brighter white in here. Just a little bit. In some places. So it's kind of throughout the painting. I'll do some over here. And then definitely right up here. Kind of get this cloud in. Like so. And you can do all this completely free too, because the brushes I'm using are free. In the Discord, I have a channel called Art Resources where I need to update it with some more stuff I found, but it's all free. Like there's brushes, there's resource websites for brushes, tutorials, books, YouTube videos, like anything I feel like can help you. I try and store it. I just been a little bit lazy, so I need to fix it. But I try and supply like as much free artist aid as I can. I think art should be available to everyone who wants to create. I don't think it matters whether, like, I don't know, like, okay. Let me save this tangent for a moment because I'm about to be done, like right now. But one more little bit up here. Add this because I don't want to cut myself off as I try and like switch pictures. Let's see. Okay. And then let me add my watermark, because you always want to watermark your stuff, even if you feel like it's horrible. People are horrible and will just take your art, no matter the quality, because that's who they are. So always, always, always put watermarks. Beautiful, amazing, awesome. And how long was that? Less than an hour. Less than an hour we did this. So when you lock in, you can get a lot done. It is just hard to like dedicate time to sit down and do it, but everything's free. You can follow along. Do this too. Let's see, I want to merge down, layer below, merge down, layer below. Okay. Let's look for another picture. Let's see. See the horses. Oh, this waterfall. You know what? We might do that one waterfall picture. See, there's there was some other pictures I saw. The sunsets. Ooh, I like that stop sign. That's a good one. Can do some lily pads. What is that, a duck? Yeah, with some gooses. Oh, that'd be a lot. I want to torture myself. What? Some trees. I'll be honest, I do really hate doing forests. Like, I haven't figured out a hack like really well to do it where it's not like a pain in the butt. Plenty to choose from. Oh, thank you, Ramirez. Thank you. I know, plenty to choose from. I like indecisive because there's this other one that has like another lake with trees in the background. But I feel like I've done a lot of those, you know. Oh, that would be pretty. Let's see. I'll be honest, I kind of want to do this waterfall. I feel like this is really cute. Okay, hang on. Like, hang on. Let me show y'all. It's good. Oh no, it's not as huge as I thought it was. Okay. Sometimes they like import massive. It's like this proportion. Put it over here. Try and fix the proportion just a little bit. That's what I hate about like Krita, because I don't know how to like get it to not like deform pictures. Let's just make it like this. Okay. Like, what do we think of that? Isn't that cute? I'm gonna do that one. Me add a new layer. I always forget to add a new layer. So let's get our bucket tool. Get a random background color. There we go. Okay. Click. Take that off. Brush. Let's see. Do we want it right there? Let's fix this just a little bit. I kind of want it to where you guys can see it better. I'm sure there's like a better way to like zoom. I don't know where the zoom tool is. Oh wait, right here. What? Wait. No. Can I not put it on like 60? How do I do that? Oh wait, it's down here. Wait. Why does it automatically do that? Hang on. It's 60%. I just looked at the bottom right of my screen where it was. Let's see. Okay, now I can see it better, and then you guys can see what I'm doing. Yeah, that's great. Come back to the Mamilio and Impasto brushes. Let's see. Do we want to make those 3 layers? Because we can split it. Well, it'll be 4. No. Yeah. Because we'll have the sky, the whole back terrain, the water and rocks, and then the water on top. And then that'll be 4. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. So I'll probably, yeah, we'll leave those to be white. That in there. And then let's find a good base color. It's easier to do rocks when you go from darkest to lightest, instead of a mid-tone, I found. Let's see. Oh, I didn't lock the layer. Kind of important when you can't see it, huh? There we go. Comes up. Go down. And really just gonna try and get the general shapes in first. Not worry too much on the color just yet. Even though that there's a tree here, a tree right here, there's another tree here, some trees there, and it kind of comes down to this area. All this will be rock. Okay, and then make a new layer. Or how can I do it like this? Where I want to add, is it transparency mask? No, because that makes it black and white. I don't want that. I can't believe you're leaving mute on us. Sorry. Let's see. Guys, I'm gonna have to Google this because this has been a few streams now where I don't know how to make a layer into a mask. Hang on. How to make a clipping mask on Krita. Using alpha inheritance. Okay, wait. The AI overview says, in Krita, a masking clip is created using alpha inheritance. This technique restricts the visibility of a top layer to the shape transparency of the layer immediately below it. Here's the most common methods to create a clipping mask. Method 1, the alpha icon. Quickest method. Create 2 layers, draw your base shape on a bottom layer, create a new empty layer directly above it for your clipping content, enable inheritance. On the top layer, the one you want to clip, click the A icon, inherent alpha, located on the right layer, name in the layer's docker. Can't read. Results, anything painted on the top layer will now appear inside the boundaries of the shape of the bottom layer. Okay. Professional doodler, by the way. I know Sketchbook, I know Procreate, I don't know Krita. Okay? I only use Krita for streams. If it was my choice, I would be streaming on Procreate, but I don't know how to show it on the stream from my iPad, okay? We're learning as we go. Every platform's different. I don't call it alpha. It's always called clipping layer, or I could like select the layer. There's no select layer like on Procreate. So. Yeah, professional dealer, by the way, that's me. So, always admit when you don't know something. It's okay. Let's see, method 2, select the layer you want to use as the base, the shape. Control-Shift-G to create a quick clipping group. Krita will automatically group them and set up the top layer with alpha inheritance turned on. Interesting. Okay. They don't have that on Procreate. I mean, they kind of do, but it's kind of weird. Like, I don't use it. Let's see. Layer order matters. It does. Multiple layers. For having, you can stack multiple layers with alpha inheritance activated on top of one base layer to have multiple clipping layers affecting the same shape. To remove, simply Click the A again, turn off. Alternative lock alpha. When you want to draw within the lines of a single layer without creating a new layer, you can use lock alpha, the checker. Okay, no, that's what I've been using, but like on other stuff it says like lock transparency. And so I put a hashtag. So let's see. Here. See if this works. Let me get an orange. By Talos, this cannot be happening. Okay. I pressed it. It's on the layer above it. What do you mean? Okay. Doodle's not getting distracted on the stream is crazy work. I am locked in trying to figure this out. I don't know why I can't get it to like clip above. Like, what? I pressed the A. I pressed it. Is it not showing? Okay, right here. Let me move this real quick. So right here, I'm trying to click this. This said it would lock it. Why is this not working on this? I know someone's gonna say, "But you have to do this." I need it now, though. I need to know the answer now. Oh my gosh. Hang on, I'm trying to get this back. I realized y'all couldn't see like me freaking out over here. Okay. Inherent alpha. That's what I did. I could see the properties because I pressed a little Jason. It said visible, locked, inherent, alpha, alpha locked. Isn't that what the AI overview said? Wouldn't it be right, you know? Because they're pushing this AI thing. They're pushing it. And it's not useful. Click in group. Okay, I forgot about the two I read out loud. Okay, Control Shift G. We'll give this a try. Select the layer you want to use as the base. Okay, let's try this. Let's try this out. So select Control Shift G. That did a lot of things that I don't understand. But we're just... It worked though. I would never lie. Yeah, what do you mean? AI would never lie to me. The Control C... No, yeah, the Control Shift G thing worked, but I'll be honest, I don't get it. It just made another layer that I didn't need. I can delete this layer. I don't need this layer here. Everyone says our computer overlords misled us. You made it to the random stream. What's up? Hey there, Nomad. I know, like... Oh, I did it on the wrong layer again. Hang on. Wait. Remove. There we go. I'm so smart. I'm so smart. There's a reason why I went for a painting degree and not anything else, because I only know colors. What do you mean I have to know how a computer works? Okay. The colors are so off right now, but that's okay. That's okay. So we're gonna try and get... How should we do this? Okay. Because I have this dark color. We can throw in a bunch of different dark colors. Ooh, that's not right, but I did like that color. It's more gray. All this is really gray. I would assume it was very, very humid for how much like moisture is in the air here. Yo, what's good? Hey there, Black Iron Gamer. Hey there. I got me my tea. The gas station near me makes the best tea. I love it. I don't get like sweet tea. They have this like tropical tea that I like to get that they brew. Get an extra large for the low price of $1.69. See kind of the shape here. Some more shapes over here. Rocks can be really hard to render. Like I've been trying to do on my wall mural rocks, and I keep avoiding it. Like I've been slowly doing. I'd rather do water. Yum, unsweet for me. I'll drink it. Like I hate it when like I get a drink and I just expect it to be sweet and I take a sip. One, I had a hardest time drinking tea just because I didn't like expect the taste of tea. So it was really hard for me to drink it because I would expect like juice or something, like something very sweet. And I'd be either hit with like really bad tea or like unsweet tea, or I would be expecting really bad unsweet tea and then I'd get hit with sweet tea. And so it was always like a mystery when I was trying to drink it. I think teas can be like a hit or miss, but it took me forever to like it. See, I like this color, but I'm worried. Is this like a pink up here? What is this color here? That's like a blue. Okay, wait. Let me change my color. I don't want to like just color pick from the image. I want to try and like get it myself. But it was kind of like here. It was a this pretty grayish color. Sweet tea is the only way. I like bittersweet tea myself. I've gotten like more into tea, and then as funny as like, oh haha, like Doodles love Dr. Pepper. I do really do love Dr. Pepper, but I'll be honest, I don't drink Dr. Pepper that much. I don't drink soda much in general, mostly because of my GERD, but with my anxiety too, it makes my heart go too crazy. So I have to be like in a really specific mood, or if I know I'm moving around a lot, I'll drink a soda, but like because of the caffeine. But I don't know, I just kind of stick to teas or juices now, like apple juice. Oh, I love me an apple juice. Cherry Dr. Pepper's good. Love a good cherry Dr. Pepper. Having it made correctly too is really hard, I find. Gotta make it yourself. I've been hearing the blackberry Dr. Pepper is really good. I don't want to buy a case of it because like that's a case of a soda I might not like, and I'll be honest, I didn't like the strawberry and cream Dr. Pepper. I don't know why I didn't like it. I wasn't the biggest fan of it. Like, I guess because I'm comparing it, like, would I rather have this strawberry and cream compared to, like, the original Dr. Pepper? I'd rather just have the original Dr. Pepper. Guess the image we have of you as a line next singer to tell us if your hair isn't actually pink. I'll let you believe what you want. My hair is whatever color you guys want it to be, you know? Like, am I even real? Nope. I'm just a doodler. I just doodle. And what is this color here? That's such an odd blue. Like, look at this. This is from the picture. Let me get that color myself, though. What color is that? It's kind of more over here. Okay. She's AI. I am AI. That's made by the government. It's Skynet from another world. You know, like the What Donald's, Burger Queen. What would be an alternative? Wendy's, like Jenny's. That's all real to me. The off-brand music and fast food. An android from Detroit become human. Guys, that's so mean. None of that looks blue to me. Maybe I'm colorblind. Let me ask, what color does it look like to you? She was isekai'd from another world. The question is, why here? I don't know what I did on another world then to be isekai'd here, you know? Like, it could be rough. Dude, if I was isekai though, I don't even have magic powers. What do you mean? I should have at least gotten that. Was it killed by a truck, you know, like in those animes? Oh, I hate doing rocks so much. Why did I do this? Rock and stone. For real, for real. Like, doing a single rock is fine, but doing like a whole wall, oh my goodness. I don't think I had that much patience in me. I thought I did. I was a liar. Oh. No, not what I meant to do. I don't like that color anymore. Oh. Let's see. You were a doctor during the day and a dog pooper scooper at night in your other world. Dude, yep. If I had a Tilly in my other world, oh my goodness, I just been condemned again. Shit drives me nuts. Like, I've never met a dog, like my mom says, like, we've never met a dog who has known, like, been so obnoxious, but has, like, so many people love her. Like, she is the bane of our existence. She tests every single last nerve. And she's smart. She is a smart dog. She knows so many words, because I train her. Like, she knows no, she knows outside, she knows sit, she knows lay down. But she just, like, she'll go in the bathroom in the house, and it drives me nuts. I'm like, she'll go potty outside. I'll watch her go outside. I don't know if it's just because she's stubborn or because she's stupid, but she'll come in and do it. I'm like, you were just out there for like 10 minutes. I was out there with you. I saw you go. What is your problem? I know part of it. Okay, part of it is because, like, she's very playful. She sounds mean, but she's not. Like, I promise, like, she's not. So when she gets, like, really excited, she, like, jumps around and she goes, like, really cute. She goes, ang yang yang yang. Most cutest thing ever. But that's her playing. But, like, when she barks a lot when she's playing, it makes her have to go, and so she just ends up going. But it's like, you did all this like 10 minutes ago. You're just doing it again. She cracks me up though. I love her so much. But she's horrible. Like, oh, my Talos, yeah. I've been trying not to curse too much anymore, or say like, oh my god, oh my goodness. Like, it tends to just be a reaction out of me. I don't even think about it, but it's like saying the Lord's name in vain. But I think like Vitalos is super funny because of like Skyrim. I love dogs so much. I wish I was allergic to them. Oh, I'm sorry. I feel that way with cats. I'm really allergic to them. But I always said, like, if I ever meet a cat, it's mine now. Like, I don't care. Like, that's the cat distribution system working. Like, that's my cat. Unfortunately, I haven't met a cat besides Tilly. She's so catty. Like, if you're sitting behind her the right way, her ears and like just how she sits looks like how like a cat would. It's so funny. I love her. Okay, now we're trying to get... That's not the right brush I need. This is too large. Oh, look at this. Look at this color here. This is, I guess, a nice brush, but it's... What's going on? I'm allergic to cats. Think my eyes and nose itch. Same. I grew up Baptist, so cursing isn't programmed in me. My mom doesn't like it when I do, but like I feel like there's times and moments where, you know, like sometimes a joke is funnier with it. But I typically don't, unless I'm playing a game with people. Peterstone, hello. I grew up in a military family, so I start like a sailor. I'm sorry, I'm like just thinking, I still can't believe like people got mad at me just for saying like it's a good day to be a Christian on it's legit happened. I was minding my own business and this person messaged me and they were like telling me how pride is a sin, but I was at church helping my church when they said that to me and I was like, what do you mean? Like I'm serving my church, like so I don't know. So it's always a good day to be a Baptist. People just hate you for it. It's like best rage bait. It happens. I almost forgot I had pizza in the oven. Whoops. Oh, that's not good. Which is unfortunate due to being a Quaker. It's looked down on. Some habits do die hard. It's just sometimes you don't even think about it. Also for streams, like, I don't want to be swearing or cursing on stream, so I'd, like, really watch myself. Like, even, like, saying, like, damn, I don't want to say that. That's not who I should be showing. What is this color? What is up here? It is so odd, sorry. Like, I'm just trying to figure out these colors, and it always still baffles me being, like, an artist, like, how fast, like, hues could change between grays, especially in nature. Like, you're just throwing so many colors together. But it's easier in Procreate though because I have like this color dynamics thing on my brush where it kind of messes with the hue anyway when I'm like working. It like messes with the stamps of colors and stuff. So I'm not constantly having to change my hue around. I just continue drawing, and unless like I really want something specific, I'll do it after I've done all the colors, but that's how I get like really nice color randomness in my work. But like on Krita, I can't really do that. So I mean maybe I can, I just don't know how. But there's just a lot of like hue changes in here, especially like in rocks and leaves. There's gonna be a lot of different colors. I thought this would be easier, but I'm kind of not liking it right now. Maybe it's just because it's like not even halfway done. I'm still working on the top. Trying to get these trees in. Get this dark in here. That's why trusting the process is so hard. Because like even when I was working on my in real life wall mural, I'll be honest, I didn't want to work on it a little bit just because it was halfway done. I didn't even not halfway done. It wasn't even halfway done. I was just trying to get like the base colors up. And it just wasn't looking right because I have a different picture in my head based off like the reference picture I posted out, because the reference picture just has the basics of what I'm going for. But like I really love Thomas Kincaid. I like Studio Ghibli. I love Bob Ross, like all that stuff. A lot of Impressionism. I really like Monet, Renoir, Marie Rackman, Stinger. Like, I like them all, so trying to put that on a big painting is really on a wall. It's huge. It's like 7 feet by 10 feet. A lot of work, but it's turning out pretty good. I've been getting a lot of compliments on it so far, which my boss even thought it was done. I was like, it's nowhere near done compared to like what I hold myself to an expectation to show. Like, I could be sloppy and not care, but that's not like how I view myself as an artist. I take my art very seriously. Show the stream. The wall mural? I can't show that, unfortunately. Like, I'm even hesitant to talk about it, but like that's kind of like why I'm like struggling to commit, because sometimes I get like just really exhausted of doing other artwork for my Instagram, and I'll be doing profile pictures soon. And because I feel like I'm not showing enough art, but it's because like a lot of my real life time is being spent doing other stuff. Oh, finally made it to a stream of you. Just coming, Paul. Hater Paul. Thank you for joining. Let's see, try and get some more. I don't like how purple this wall is here. I can get this to be darker. That's because I'm on the smudge tool. Silly, silly. That's why that's not showing up. I gotta go. About get back to you soon about painting or drawing me something. Bye, Doodles. Bye. Thank you for joining. DCFD. Maybe I should also draw a little bit. You should. That's kind of why I'm streaming today. Typically, I wouldn't stream on like today, because like to me it's kind of like the Lord's Day, so I don't like to work or commit myself to something really important on these days. But I was kind of in the mood to doodle, and I was like, you know what? I didn't stream it all last week. Why don't I just sit down for a bit, do some studies, hold myself a little bit accountable to what I promised I'd do. Even like a bit more pink. That's because that's very purple. Maybe? It doesn't have to be perfect like the picture. We're just studying. Like, how are these rocks made? How can we make them look like rocks? What colors do we see? What shapes and textures do we see? I wish my family treated Sundays like that. It's a little bit hard because you get kind of cut in, like sucked in, like, oh, it's like the one free day of the week I have. It was like we work Monday through Friday, or school Monday through Friday. Saturdays are kind of like the fun days, but then it's kind of like Sundays are kind of like, for me it's always been, well, Sundays are church days, and then either cleaning or like it's either really intense cleaning or it's like that's it. A question for the chat: what era and time and what culture group do you like to be transported back to? Ooh, that's a good question. Let's see. Because I think that takes a lot into account, like one, like what type, like who you are as a person. Like what are your values? That's a hard decision. I think it would have been nice, like, the living conditions horrible, but I would have liked probably most to live during the Impressionist era, and when the artwork kind of started becoming more not mainstream, because it was very problematic during its time, but really study, like if I had a chance to like study from an aid, because they really they were very open to women being a part of it. Some of them were, not all of them. I don't think Rinra himself was kind of a bit sexist, but from what I remember, Monet was very open about women joining the movement. And that's also why like a lot of like the Louvre didn't allow like the Impressionistic people to show their work. One, because they believed it was sloppy by their standards, but sorry, I was looking at a comment, someone just replied to my stuff. But I don't know, I feel like I would have really loved to be an artist at that time and really explore it like firsthand. I love Impressionism, it's my favorite. Okay, very lightly, I'm barely putting any pressure down, trying to get like this wall of texture on this side. It's kind of hard because this left side is more purpley and blue. This side is kind of more grayed with some orange hues in it. So I'm really just trying to get like that texture in with this brush. I'm kind of going upward, but I'm moving my pencil back and forth because, like, you know, like when you're looking at cliffs and stuff, you can see like the different like layers of rock. I'm trying to get that in, but with like the brushes. But if I go straight up and down, it kind of messes with like that layer of movement. But if I go like kind of zigzag, it kind of does give like that imitation of a rock layer being there. Keeping in mind where my brush angle is going, and because that's also very important if you're painting in real life, like which direction your brush strokes are going. And I really like these brushes because they kind of mimic that. They really mimic how different brushes can, like, especially like what type of paint you're using, if you're using a dry brush or like a lot of paint on your brush, what that can look like. Careful here because this is where the waterfall will come down. Kind of in here, and I'll go in and add some more red. I'm just trying to get this like basic texture in here. We have like this brush here. And I know I said like, oh, work small to big, but like any other thing I would have worked on the grass here, get that in and everything, but I don't know. This one I just kind of decided to take my time slowly rendering from top to down. You ever used actual canvases or do you do everything digitally? I can tell your name. Sorry, Gabriel. I have a degree in art administration. I was originally going for art education, and then I decided, like, after a semester of teaching in the classroom, it was supposed to be played like just like observation, but because it was like during COVID, the teacher was like worried I wouldn't get like student teaching time, and because I was also thinking of changing, I had some beef with my professor, but she like let me teach a little bit in there, so not a lot of lore, but like not part of this, but I've done I have this portion on my Instagram. I haven't posted my other series because I have like 18 other pictures of this series I haven't posted, but I do a lot of real life painting, but I don't post it online. So I think, to put it in a perspective, everything digital that you see of what I do, multiply that by 2, because I have that physically. I have my sketches, I have my drawings, I have my paintings, I do collages. I haven't in a while, but I did a lot of collages, so I have like a whole thing of just collage artwork I've made. Right now I'm doing a wall mural, so it's not like ever use actual canvases. I have an actual wall I'm working on. It's by 7 feet by 10 feet. I'm using acrylics, but I've done as many mediums as I can. I've done almost all surfaces as I can because I took like a 3D class. I wish I did more 3D art, in all honesty. Like, it was a lot of fun, but like even my Instagram, I have like 1,000 posts. That's just what I decided to post and like not archive. I have a bunch of stuff archived, and but also just don't post my traditional paintings very much. Like I remember it like a part in college where like I would just do paintings and like I would just give them away. I'd turn to someone just like, do you want this? And they're like, yeah. So there's like random Doodles originals, like unmarked. No, they are marked. I write my name on them. But like I don't have the time of when I did it because I forget to write like the time when I do stuff. But there's just random ones I've done. Hey there, Adopted. What up? Happy Sunday. Thank you, Moon. I can't think of any century I like to be in. First century Israel would be cliche, but can't help but want to walk with Jesus. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, I follow you on Instagram. Why don't you post any of your sketches? Is it just because it's specifically digital, the account? I'll be honest, and this is just me, and I see other people who post like their sketches and they like pop off so many likes and stuff. But it's kind of like this weird thing for me where I feel like I'm lazy if I post stuff that isn't completed. Or if it's a painting, I don't feel like people would be interested to see. So I don't really post them. And I get that's probably stupid. It's just like, I always feel like if I post something that isn't completed, I feel lazy. You haven't opened my brain rot spam on Insta. Sorry, Adopted. I've been really busy. Like, I had a highlight of some posts from my old sketchbook, but I haven't updated it. Like, I have a lot of stuff, I just haven't posted. A lot of it is, like, stuff I've been working with Norwood, just brainstorming. I really need to get back into doing, like, male anatomy studies. Like, I don't know, maybe I'll do, like, another stream of just, like, studying male anatomy again. I hate it, I'll be honest. It's just hard. I guess just because, like, as a woman, I know what women look like. I don't really know on the top of my head what men look like, I guess. Well, that's just me. Maybe I should try and get like some of this grass down here in, because I think that would help with where I'm at. Let's see, that's too green. This is more of a yellow. And then there's kind of a curve. Just adding like basic colors of shapes can like really build your painting. Like look how quick that came together. Like just down here, just adding that. Like I can even take it a step further. Let's come down here. Let's try and get this color of this water, this murky color. You know, who took this photo and where is it? This picture was by Kiwi. And it was taken, I think it was in a national park in Australia. Nope, New Zealand, sorry. The original picture, if you're in my Discord server, is there. It's in the media channel. And I always will post them in my announcements of like who took them, just to give like proper credit. When in doubt, just add gradients, you know. Oh, look how quickly that came together. Get this bigger. Really want to bring in this rocks. Shadow the rocks. I like to work like mid-tones and then go darker, and then I save like going lighter for last. I feel like that kind of helps. Yeah, Kiwi from New Zealand. He has a Twitch too. He's is a really good friend. If you guys want to check him out, I know he posts his stuff on the self promo. He does like racing, rally stuff, Warhammer, spontaneous games. Well, guys, I can't draw today. I am so sleepy. I'll just go to bed. Bye! Have a really good night, Paul. Well, I have to go. I know I wasn't here very long. I won't be here to see the result, but I can always tell it looks amazing. Keep the amazing work. God bless. Bye-bye. Bye! See ya! I always keep up my streams, so I try and keep them, like, low-key enough where you can, like, listen in the background. You don't have to really be looking. But, like, you can always, like, turn around and be like, oh my gosh, like, look how much progress she made. I just looked away. But I don't know. I really want my stuff to be, like, stuff you can like fall asleep to, you know? Nothing too crazy. I thought it was an El Dorado Nat forest or something. If you have pictures of that, I'll love to see them. Let me see. I'm gonna add this real quick. I will cheat on getting this white because it's white. So. See, I want a fun brush. That could be fun. I think that's a fun one. Okay. So we are going to do this waterfall, which will start here. It's gonna end about right here. This is where we want it to end. So come up here. We'll just kind of briefly faint brush strokes, pulling this color down. On a new layer. I'm just trying to get it here. Kind of want it to look like random spurts of water flying off. Like so. Then we'll take this as it's hitting right here. I would love to go stand underneath this. I think standing on this back side would be so fun. May I ask where I could submit a landscape photo? So in my Discord server, I have a channel called like it's like media. I go there for a lot of the pictures. If you want to put like extra info, I may or may not do it. It really just depends. Like if it's colorful, depending on the composition, what's in it. I will try to avoid like complex structures like city stuff just because I personally struggle with it. Power lines are fine. Like I think those can be fine, but it really just depends like what it is. But fair warning too, if people are going to be like harassing me like, oh, can you do this for a stream, can you do this in a stream, I will probably not, just because like that annoys the heck out of me. I do this for fun. Even today is like I'm not supposed to stream today, so but if it looks good, I do just, if you just want to show me it, I'm more than happy to look at it because I do just love landscapes. But that is just like a general disclaimer, you know, not just at you, you know, I'm not trying to say that's what you're doing. It's just that does annoy me a lot. Cause like, oh my gosh, the off tangent. What do you actually do for a living? Question mark. I work as a secretary. I have multiple, I had to be very vague. I have multiple bosses that I listen to, so my days are very busy. Because I work for like 4 different people. So in the day I do that, and then at night I doodle. So you know, yeah, one of my things like annoy the heck out of me, and it's gonna happen again, like I just ignore it, and I also just won't do it for them. But when I do like my free profile picture seasons, which coming back in February, fair warning, just keep an eye out. People will DM me and they're like, can you do my profile, my picture, can you do my picture? Don't DM me. Don't ever DM me. No. You're gonna, like, you can DM me memes, you can DM me, like, if you're, like, especially if you're Christian, I love people telling me their testimonies. Just normal stuff, fine, like, especially if you're weird, I'm not gonna, like, respond to you. But it drives me up the wall. Like, it's just an artist pet peeve. I hate it when people DM me asking for free artwork, because I already give out so much free stuff. It's out of my own heart. I don't like being taken advantage of when I'm trying to be, like, just generous, because I definitely think art should be free, but I do it because I feel like giving. I give because of the Lord. When people start pestering me, it's a no. Like, it's just kind of, I DM you everything. Yeah, memes, fine. You can DM me all the schizogram, funny dogs, puppies. As long as it's funny, I don't care. Like, I can't get to everything, because, like, I have a lot of people who DM me. Fine, I don't care. I think it's funny. Makes my day. Just not, like, I am kind of slow to respond just because of all that. But I don't know. It's just, like, my biggest pet peeve when I'm doing, like, the profile pictures. People ask that. So, oh, another profile picture event. If you happen to do mine again, I'll try and remember that I'm a dude. I was trying to do your character. I'm sorry. I thought your character was a girl with a hair. I'm so sorry. How's your original story going? Very slowly. Oh, wait. Who? I heard a noise. Ooh, Gabriel joined the club. I don't know why it was slow. Posted social media? It's pretty similar to this place. Oh, very cool. Thank you, Moon. I'll check it after the stream. But no, yeah, I was even just thinking today, I was like, man, I just haven't figured out a good website or like how to set it up just yet for a stream, which is why I didn't do it. But I was thinking of doing like a world building stream where we sit down and make the map of Norwood, because I can't work more on my story until I have like place names, like country names, religion names, race names, like everything needs names, and a lot of them don't. It's because I really suck at that. But I think it'd be entertaining, like if people want to help. I just had to find like a good time that a lot of people want to join in, to do that. Don't know when, don't know if, when, where, how, why, like all that. Boo. Oh, boo. Hi, Izzo. Oh my gosh, sorry, I heard that rag. I thought you were booing me. Like, what? Hey there, hater waves. More nerd stream sounds fun. Hi. I was stupid. I'm so stupid. I'm sorry, Isel. You would never do that to me. Goodness, mate, you scared us. I know, I was really scared. I was like, why are you booing me? Yeah, be scared. Grr. I should make that into like a sticker. I keep getting like sticker ideas and then I never do them. My biggest downfall is just like being tired. Hamburger. Nothing much is just like a lot of yapping. Like I was talking about Norwood for a bit. Doing like a world building stream, but I don't know like when I should do that. Because okay, like a big part of what I'm struggling right now is trying to figure out, because I have events I need to happen, because it's kind of like a 3-arc story. It's just difficult for me to figure out where I want the timeline to go, because I'm working kind of backwards, because I have, in the end, good overcomes evil, but there's a lot of bad things that happen. Listening aside, setting up my PC, feeling like a real nerd, but like working back, because I make all my characters working as villains. Like I focus on all their flaws first, because I feel like we're all flawed as people. I like trying to really emphasize that when making these characters, because I feel like it's kind of like the opposite of Mary Sue. Trying to avoid that, but then I just feel like I'm giving these characters just like trauma for no reason. So I have to make it like, okay, but why is this bad decision validated? You know, like why is it reasonable? Because typically most sane people aren't mean for no reason. Whether it could be, I find most cases it's miscommunication or ego, and that tends to be like a massive thing within my characters. Is like I'm really emphasizing on how pride can corrupt someone, how pride can ruin relationships, how pride can take you away from what you're meant to be and do in your life, and that selfishness that comes with it, I really want to focus on in my story. But I also really want to focus on the different types of love that exist in the world, counteracting that ego. Like, how much can you love someone to put your ego aside? How much can you love someone to give up what you dreamed of doing to give to that person? And is that toxic or not? Was it meant to be? Is that what was supposed to happen? I feel like a lot of these questions, and maybe it's just me because I'm young still, like 24 years young, hello, but it's like a lot of these questions I feel like we have in life, and it's kind of like just me exploring those and putting like relationships I've had with other people into my story. I guess to also explore how I reacted to that situation, or what I wanted to react differently. So it's kind of me struggling to write about these experiences I've had, but also make them in the very end, because some of them I don't talk to anymore. But how does this go for good? How can this be good? How can this be used for good? How long have you been drawing or painting? That's a loaded question. I want to say really 7th grade is when I just decided I wanted to be an artist. But I used to draw a lot when I was younger, but it was so bad. It was horrible. It was more for play, really. How long have you been working on your story? Since junior year of high school, so it's about 6 years old. It's gone through a lot of evolutions of like me making ideas, because it's been centered around Tabitha. I really liked her character concept of being a vagabond witch traveling, but kind of like the more I've gotten older and the more I've been studying like what magic like is really, I've gone more against it, because like growing up you kind of learn like, oh, magic is pretend, it's fake, but like when you read Exodus, for example, the Bible verifies that witchcraft does exist. So when I kind of learned that, and I was like looking at like witchcraft and other stuff in the world, and having friends in the past and even current day who used to practice it, like it's a hard, I think as a Christian, of me to address it still at this moment. So I've always had trouble writing it because I think I just didn't understand it. So I've been trying to work on it's kind of like the thing where it's like you want to write like really smart mastermind characters, but if you're stupid, like they're gonna be as smart as you are, and unfortunately I'm very stupid, and so it's so hard to write. I've been trying. It's hard to write something so complex when I'm very stupid and blind and deaf, you know? It's on my head and I don't know how to get it out. So it's like one big puzzle, but that's okay. There was this quote by an author, I can't recall, that basically said, if you want to understand evil, study goodness, because evil doesn't exist by itself. It has to corrupt good. I think that's fair. Like, I've been learning, I kind of learned this a little bit ago. It's easier to hate than it is to love. And that's kind of like where you'll kind of meet someone and you bond with them because you both hate the same person. You'll bond because you guys both hate the same things. Like, not to, this is going to be political, but in my belief, and how I view like everything kind of going on right now, how the deep left for so long was saying, oh, we're the party of love and tolerance, but you can't disagree with us ever, or else we hate you, we ostracize you. I'm not trying to say this as a conservative, I'm trying to say this as an outsider, like observing this behavior, and it appears very hypocritical because I see this party that bonds over hate, not really love. They hate, for example, Trump. That's what their main thing is. They hate, as an outsider looking into it, they hate who I stand, like as a white Christian conservative woman. They will always hate me. I haven't really been accepted, but I've never hated someone because they were left-leaning or had those beliefs. Hate is very easy, I feel, for people to have. That's why, like, as humans, we get so pulled into it. But learning to love someone, I think, is very hard. Learning to love someone, even at their worst moments, is impossible because we're all horrible, kind of deep down. We can be the best person ever, but, like, you still hurt someone to a point where they don't want to talk to you. It's just kind of natural, and it sucks. That's going to be life. But I think really learning to give in, be like, you know what? You hurt me so bad, but I still have a place where I love you, but I don't want you in my life anymore. Like, it can be both of those things at the same time. And it can be even like, hey, like, you hurt me really bad years ago, but I can see that you've grown. I like that this person that you are right now, and I was also wrong in how I treated you, or I was flawed, I was naive, but I'm a different now person too, and we can still, like, hold each other accountable for what happened back then, but we've grown as people, and I don't think it's fair to hold someone to that same standard of who they were even a few years ago if they've shown that they've apologized and that they should change. No one has the right to deny someone especially if they try to apologize to you. No one has the right to not hold forgiveness. I firmly believe in that. So it is kind of a struggle, I think, in modern day, because we've been so catered to being forced to give to other people's comforts and forcing to love other people, even though we don't, like, love is hard. It will always be hard. You can't just openly love people. It is something you have to test yourself every day. That's just my 2 cents on that. A role-playing stream would be awesome. I'd be down to listen in and comment on your amazing story you're making. Might help me with my own too. That's kind of what I was thinking. Like, I have like different ideas, perspectives of like what I could add, because I have all these different characters that I really want to be like a cotton web of interactions and moments that pass. So, not gonna lie with you with what you believe and talk about. I don't think you're very stupid like you say. Doodles is most definitely not stupid. She claims to be all the time. Far from it, though. You do be pretty dumb, but not gonna lie, you be spinning facts. Thank you, guys. It's... I don't know, like... I'm trying to get my thoughts here together, because, like, college was a very big experience for me, but I know people will say, like, they're like, oh, just because you have a college degree doesn't mean anything. College for me did, I feel, very much educate me. I feel it made me have a better understanding of people, different perspectives, because, like, again, I grew up Baptist my whole life, Christian my whole life, conservative my whole life, so going to a liberal college with being the only Christian conservative in the room was a hard experience, but I think it was a needed experience for myself. I think it tested my patience for sure. I think it also made me love these people who don't like me. They want nothing to do with me, but I could find good in them, and I think that was really important for me. Again, I don't know what they think of me really besides what I've been told, like what I've observed, but that's different. But it... college itself was just really important, and I feel like trying to dismiss, well, a college degree doesn't mean anything, kind of undermines it. But again, you don't need a college degree to be smart. Like, I'm not, it's like what I'm trying to say here. It's about the attitude, for sure. And I think, because I struggled so much in school, because I was a D&B student, for sure. But being in school, I felt so stupid. Like, my 3rd grade teacher tried to tell my parents, like, that I was slow and that I needed a special needs class, but she just wasn't teaching me. She was purposely making me dumb. I didn't realize this until, like, college either, when I was just discussing more about, like, what happened. She was very abusive. I didn't even know that was going on, because I was, like, that stupid. But, what was I trying to say? Like, college gave me a chance to work at my own pace, and I found out that I really did like learning. I just had to go at my pace, because I sucked with turning in assignments, but it was easy just to, like, wait until 11:59 and submit it at any time, like online submitting stuff on time instead of, like, having it by the class hour. I could work out all night because I didn't have, like, early morning classes, didn't have to wake up at 6 in the morning to go to school. I got to still paint every day, instead of, like, being worn out all the time. And I also wasn't as sick. In high school, I was really, really sick, to a point where, like, I gave myself stomach ulcers, and so that messed a lot with, I think, my education, because I was just sick in classrooms. I didn't want to work. I just wanted to, like, lay down, relax. Trying not to throw up, because I had really bad social anxiety back then. Like, I talk a lot now. I did not talk in high school at all, but college gave me that experience of being outside of my comfort zone, but kind of in a safer space. It definitely changed my attitude, and I'm forever grateful for my college experience. But I don't ever want to think, like, I'm educated, you know? Like, feel like if I stop learning, then I've gone wrong somewhere. Like, I always feel like as an artist, like, I'm working on an article about it at the moment. Like, in my next magazine, I say article. I just like writing, even though my grammar sucks. Like, but I want to talk about how more in depth, because I mentioned it in my first magazine that is posted on my Instagram, of making, as an artist, making the art is half of it. Like, the other half is attitude and commitment, and constantly have to educate yourself. It's kind of like writing. You can't write what you don't know about, so you're constantly having to learn about like jobs, about like how things work, because if you want like a mystery, you have to write a really complex, like, can this be lore accurate, like, can this happen in the real world, real world, oh my gosh. But I don't know, all those tiny details are so important. And I think as an artist, like, it's like being a writer on top of a visual creator. So, especially when it be both, like a writer and an artist, like, it's because you have to do storytelling with your art. Symbolism is really important, so I have to do a bunch of research about like what your symbolism is about. If you're trying to copy like a statement, like an art style to make a statement, you have to study the artwork and like why, who did it, what was their intent, you know, like there's a bunch of, I think, education that is needed behind being an artist that I don't think colleges really do a service in teaching to developing artists. And that's also why I didn't go for a fine arts degree. I was really trying to focus on the business aspect of it, because like, how am I going to survive after college? Like, yeah, I can paint and color, but how am I going to show that I can do this? How can I have the confidence? How can I speak? How can I relate to people? Because in real life, I have really bad social anxiety, so I needed to know and teach myself how to do that. Not bashing anyone with a fine arts degree, but that was like, you don't get taught those things though. Like, very last semester, do you get like a chance to figure out like how to network yourself, how to put yourself out there, but it's not very efficient from what I was like observing compared to like a whole marketing course. I loved my marketing course, like it was great, but even just a semester of learning marketing, I saw my commission rates, like, and I even wrote about it because we had to write a thesis, like what we learned. And so I used my own art experience like as a commission. I was dating, keeping track of like by yearly, I would like take in my income and like how much I spent on my art like in real life, because those were physical commissions. What were my profits and what was I doing to increase it? And so I don't know, that class just did like, it was amazing. I learned so much in there. I think I missed the whole thing where you said you were writing a story. If so, on what? Go, first time in stream. Love your Insta content and your Insta stories. Thank you. I've been trying really hard not to. On my private story, I don't care, I go crazy. But I get really hesitant to share what I view about certain stuff going on right now on my like public story, just because of like people just warp like what I believe in, and it like makes me so mad. But again, like at the end of the day, there's nothing you can do about that. But I really just feel like, because I've had a lot of people DM me and they're like, oh, Doodles, like, because you're so open about being Christian, it like gives me a lot of motivation. Sorry, I need to drink a tea. I was yapping a lot. But it gives me a lot of motion to be more open about my faith online. It means so much to me. I'm glad like or people be like, oh, I'm glad you're a Christian, because I want to support like Christian artists. Like the art community can be very toxic towards Christians, and so I'm thankful I haven't met that side of it yet. I feel like I kind of stay away from the art community, besides like a few like mutuals I have, which are great. I love my art mutual friends, but it can be rough, and so just glad I could be a voice for that. But I just want my audience to know, like, what I believe in. And, like, I'm Christian first, American second. Like, those are my two beliefs. I will always hold myself to being Christian first because God is above all. But because I believe, like, America should be a Christian nation. I love my home. I've lived here for at least 5 generations. On both sides of my family, so very pure American here right now. But I love my home. I want to see the best in my home. Like, I think it's very important. So those are, like, 2 very important things to me, and I feel like my audience has a right to know who they're supporting, who they're following. If they don't like it, totally fine with them going. I think you have a right to, just as much as I do, to have a online environment that you feel safe in and want to confide in. Dead honest, if my parents knew where I stood politically and religiously, they would probably kick me out of the house. Oh, I'm sorry, Al Ramirez. Hopefully someday you can have that, like, peace of your own home where you can share, like, be more open about where you stand and what you believe in. I do hate, like, we kind of live in a time right now where for so long we've been told, like, oh, you can be whoever you want to be. You can, like, love all, accept all, but God forbid you have a different opinion than someone else, or else we'll pull you out and stab you. Kind of what is going on right now. Unfortunate, but that is the world. And when you're able to and feel safe to, then you can make a stand for what you believe in. You'll know in your heart when you should. Because that's kind of how I felt when I was in college. Like, I kind of felt like it was either I could be open about my faith, or I can be quiet and have friends, because if I was open about being Christian or Republican, conservative, because I was peak COVID, I would have been ostracized. I've been walking past on campus and called a white supremacist before, just minding my own business. Like, it happened, just how it is. I've been told to my face, like, I never met a Baptist who wasn't effing weird. Like, I was just sitting in the back seat. I was like, what? People just be saying hateful things, not even thinking about it. It's just the world. Must depart for sleep. Good night and God bless you, doodlers. Bye, Lemon. Have a good sleep. Oh, sorry, unknown shooter. I forgot to say it. So I'm working on a story called Norwood, which is centered around a powerless witch. Her name is Tabitha Norwood. And she is a vagabond, so she kind of, like, she travels from different towns doing odd jobs, and she meets different people. So the story will kind of follow her as she's, like, helping people, and there's a bunch of mysteries, because I love psychological horror and mysteries. So sorry, some acid reflex. As, like, you follow her along, you'll see, like, she's looking for someone or something, and I'm trying to keep it vague because I don't like spoiling everything, even though, like, just gotta watch more because I do say things elsewhere, but I'm trying not to say everything here, but to, like, hook you in, you know. But she is looking for someone, and in this world too, humanity is, like, almost extinct. It is all the other races in the world, primarily the elves, are sacrificing them. They're taking their blood because human blood is considered pure. It's considered, like, very powerful, very clean. And so, because way back, like, kind of going back into, like, Genesis on this is, like, a big inspiration, but, like, when Lucifer and the fallen angels fell, and those angels had, like, adult stuff with these giants are humans, but anyway, they made like these offsprings that like weren't human, and so kind of in this world there's like all the humans, the vampires, tieflings, golems, and gnomes, all them are from like fallen angels and demons, so they have like that demonic blood in them to a certain extent. And the Nephism, I don't know what that word, I'll be real. Horror is great when it makes you think, especially about the limits in the mind. The offspring of fallen angels and human. Yeah. Sorry, I was a little bit stupid right there. But yeah, that's pretty much like kind of how this race has started. But they weren't human women per se. They were just like I don't have a like, because the humans wouldn't do that, but it's kind of like, well, maybe they were. So like, this is like the part where I'm still like trying to figure out like how do I want this lore to be, because it can be like the humans had intercourse with these fallen angels. Doesn't have to be human women, but like man and women, because I don't know if I want these angels to have like a species, but not a species, a gender, but like in the Bible they're depicted more male, but I don't want to be blasphemous either. So it's kind of like a hard line I'm trying to like tiptoe on, but like these demons created all these other races, and for so long it's an actual book I want to write. I want it to be an animation, a webtoon, but I suck at really compiling it because I want to write a book first. That way I have the entire script to what my story is. So I'm working backwards. Like, it's kind of hard to explain. Oh my gosh, my dogs. 1 second. Sorry, I'm back. And from taking a drink. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, so kind of like the start of it. So, there's also in this world, there are there's a bunch of evil in this world. Let's just say this. Like, it's not only just human versus like all the other races, but even the other races have like this, fear, because there's like these ultimate, like, I don't want to say ultimate demons, but it's kind of like this other species of just like demons that roam only at night. They're kind of not like zombies, but I kind of want light to be a currency in a way. Like, they'll have their own currency, but light is super important. Like Tabitha has her staff, and that's kind of like for a reason. Like, there's multiple reasons why she has it, which I won't spoil it here. Anyway, so they don't travel at night, like, but it's very rare that people have the confidence to travel at night because they're worried of their light going out, because these demons will follow like travelers and adventurers and knights who wander at night because they're like waiting, because they don't want to go near the light, but they're always watching. They're waiting for the right moment to strike, which I kind of feel like demons sometimes do. But so that's kind of why like it's really important for like there's curfews. The main cities have massive walls and they're always lit. Like main roads will have like dedicated people who make sure all the lights are going. There's like people with like they'll attach like lanterns onto themselves, which I need to get better at drawing those. Really implementing them into my characters. But or people are underground, for example, to like hide from them, just because they're ruthless, very grotesque, very kind of like, I don't like saying the word, but you know SWs? It's like the most I can even describe them. I'm not gonna say the name of them because like I think they're scary. I hate even looking at them, videos of them, because like they'll show up on my For You page. I'm like, but it makes me so, I hate horror. I hate it so much, for just like stupid I'm even writing like horror. But I don't know, like anything that's scary, that I hate it. I think that's also why like it interests me to write like kind of more scary stuff, just because like it scares me. So as long as I'm scared, you know. So the main character's objective, sorry, I went off on like a tangent. She has a few of them, and I want to be vague, but okay, like the most one I can be like upfront about is that she's on the run because she's being framed for murder. I won't say from who or where because there's a lot of people after her, which is also why like she has like a few rules. Like she doesn't really visit the same place twice. She is constantly moving. She won't stay in the same place either, like for a long amount of time, because she's scared someone will always track her down. So she's always on the run. But looking at her, like that's not something I want like to, as like someone who's new into viewing it, won't really realize until like after a few, like her helping someone, because she's very low-key about it. Tabitha, I'm trying to explain her character is a little difficult because like she has an arc range of character changes as she grows as a person, because in this world there isn't like a Jesus figure yet, but I want it to be her discovering her faith and growing as a person and really having this internal dialogue with herself as she is struggling to trust people because she's constantly being betrayed, but learning through like Lloyd, who is right now he's always been kind of like the male like lead, like how does she respond to him in these different circumstances. And at the end I'm trying to write them to be together, but in all honesty it's like the hardest thing, because again like I make characters like off of their flaws, and these two characters just bash all constantly when I try and write them. I don't know why I've had such the hardest time trying to like connect them together. But I definitely will be the trial and error between them. Like it will be a hard romance for them to be together, but they will. Like that's kind of like for them to have a happy ending, because I do like romance. I like happy endings. So. But there will be a lot of other love interests I've been playing around with, and I'm kind of in my head sometimes. I'm like, do I really want to just throw Lloyd away? I could always kill him. Could always kill him, you know. Is there hope for redemption for the world? I think for Christian work, that's a very important part, and this seems pretty bleak. I think a doom world isn't a bad idea because the rapture is said to be a doom. That's kind of what I've been toying with of redemption, because so far there isn't a Jesus figure, which I just haven't had time to sit down, but I know I need to read Narnia and watch the movies in order to get a really good perspective of how can I get like this biblical perspective into the world of this Jesus figure that this human race looks up to, which I've been trying to back build with her mother being a historian and archaeologist, and her father is just like totally obsessed with the mom, so he like is always helping her with everything. Like he's very sweet, but the mom is like what built like Tabitha, because Tabitha grew up in a temple before she was taken like by these princesses who raised her for a bit until like she has to run away, because like again she's human in an elven like kingdom, which is awful, but there's gonna be like a lot of war tension, and she was used as like a political piece, which is also some fun. I don't think that's really big spoiler there, but a lot of drama where she gets like just dragged in because people manipulate her and want to use her to their advantage, because humans are rare in that world. But like she has very faint memories of where she was raised, and a part of what she is also traveling for is to find her home where she was raised at, because she'll have these dreams of her childhood and the area, but she doesn't know how to get there. So that's also why she's traveling everywhere, and why I need a world map is because I had to document where she goes throughout the entire story, so I can try and remember like where her home is in relation to everything where she goes, because I'm kind of setting up like if she can find her childhood home, I think that could answer a lot of the lore that we don't know, including myself. I don't know. So that's something that is still in the works. So the demons in the world, are they able to be killed? They can. They're very sensitive to light. They hate light, fire. They're very much like just burnable. So like mages who like specialize in fire, they tend to be kind of like on main teams. Like there's these units that go out and like their sole purpose is to kill these demons, because they also terrorize dwarves, fae, elves, tieflings. They terrorize them too. So it's kind of like humans versus all the other races, but both humans and all the other races are fighting these demons at the same time, just because they're terrifying. So, but at the same time, it's kind of like the thing where it's like my enemy enemies is also my enemy. It's like they're not my friend. Like these people suck too. Like they're all horrible to each other, because I think that's very comparable to life. Very rarely like will there be like good going on between the different races with humanity. Was there demon exterminators? Awesome. Like witches, for example, and that's kind of like what I was talking about. Like I don't really like understand too much of witchcraft. I refuse to, so I'm kind of doing my own thing. But like their magic system, for example, here is the more like magic you use, the more insane you are, because I think it's supposed to drain your sanity. And obviously Tabitha calls herself a witch just so she can like travel around, but people perceive her as a witch, so they don't mess with her. Very rarely will they like do anything. She doesn't like really get involved with anything, but because she's a witch, they just assume like she's powerful. But that makes her also have enemies with humans, because humans see her as a traitor, because in order to have magic powers, you have to give a blood sacrifice. So for her, it's kind of like a pros or cons, and so that was like a very like purposeful decision on her part. If she wants to move freely, she kind of just has to be an enemy to everyone. That's as unfortunate as it is. She can't really have allies here. So that kind of like shows in her personality too. Like she struggles to make friends, either because people don't want to be friends with her, or if people want to be friends with her, she's very weary of them. She's like, she doesn't really trust their intentions, and because a lot of times, like, in the past she has, and it's been used against her. Is humanity versus demons a war, predator versus prey, or a extermination? It's kind of hard to say because I'm trying to explain this in the best way because I can understand how it seems like a war. Because, like, yeah, there's death and fighting. Predator versus prey or extermination, because technically, yeah, they are trying to kill all these demons. But ultimately, God kills them. God wins at the end. The humans live in the end because they have the true God. Because in this world, all the fake gods, goddesses, deities that these other, like, say like druids, for example, or paladins, because they will worship gods and goddesses. Those are all fake gods and goddesses. They're not the real God in this world. So all these people are worshiping demons, and so it comes with the sacrifice of their sanity. So in the end, if they're trying to overcome it, they're already gonna win because they have the true God on their side, and that's like really important in my story. Like, a lot of the reasoning is kind of based off of Exodus, for example, so I feel like if you know Exodus, you understand like what I'm trying to go for. I really need to lock in on this drawing. Did not gonna take this long, I'm just trying to do grass. I am gonna cheat for this color though. That's pure black. I don't want that color. Okay, now I have to color down. Go back to this. I could stand to lose a few brain cells. Maybe I'll also worship a Pascal. I mean, not to throw shade, but look at them. You know, like, look at those people. I'm kidding. I'm total joke. But that's kind of like the main idea, though. Is like it's the more you give into magic and stuff, the worse your sanity is because you're kind of giving up your soul for it. You're making a deal with these demons that want to corrupt you. So of course you're going to be losing something, and I think a part of that, like for humans, it's like their humanity. For elves, it's not humanity because they're not humans, but nor were they made in God's image, blah blah blah. But it's kind of like I feel like they need to lose something in order to gain something type. So like the more they want to be a mage, for example, a warlock, they have to really, and it is kind of known between like everyone of like, because it is a blood sacrifice, they understand of like, oh, if you're a really powerful mage, like you're insane, and that's kind of like the drawbacks of like you're gonna lose your sanity. So is it really worth it? Because you're gonna forget people, you're going to become like, you can get like murderous rage, like you just go on like slaughter your stuff. And so there are drawbacks that even like the elves and some other people like don't really want to get into. So witches are kind of like social outcasts anyway. But there are like special schools too, like because there's like some characters that I want like that have the meets who are other witches, who are actually witches that she interacts with. Oh, hey there's Exxon. This is a story I'm writing, and so I'm just kind of giving some lore. It might help if you want to like after the stream, like if you want to rewatch kind of from the start, because I've given a lot of lore that I don't want to repeat, because I'm trying to like wrap this up. I'm sorry. But it is pretty good if I say so myself. So. Kind of reminds me of Tainted Grail, where if you hang on the wilderness, you start to go insane and mutate. Yeah. Yeah. That's kind of what happens. Like, Tabitha kind of found out that the hard way. She kind of went insane and then got really, really sick. Because she was where she was not supposed to be and she didn't know. And that's kind of like part of her job too, like on some odd jobs. It's just her tracking, going forward in front of camps and tracking for them. Because like it's too dangerous for these humans, so they'll ask her because she's a witch. Apparently she doesn't care like where she does, so. I don't want this. Have a great day. Still going. Yeah, I'm trying to wrap it up. I haven't even done the rocks yet, but I'm trying to just get this background loosely in, and then I'll call it after I do the rocks. It's a very long stream today. I didn't really expect it to be. Oh, hang on. Sorry about that, I'm back. I didn't even realize like there was this dark part in here. See, I'm looking at this painting more and I'm just noticing more. I should be trying to be finished. I didn't realize that this would take so long. I started at a weird time too because I try and like track like when I'm starting at an hour. I just started randomly. There is no good time. I'm still in this color. I don't want to look for it. Actually, I do kind of need it to be brighter. Kind of go more yellow. How about here? Nope, I don't like that. More green? Green is such a hard color to like work with, in all honesty. Get some over here. Oh yeah, a little over 2 hours. Yeah, I was not expecting to go this great. As always, great art. Thank you. Yeah, very long stream today. Okay, we're not calling that part there. After, yeah, one more little bit up here. Okay, I'm calling it there. Now I have to do this part, which I might do one more layer on top. Please do chicken nugget next. I know, I keep... I don't want to do chicken nugget though. Oh, I'm having acid reflux, my goodness. What's going on here? What? Okay, that's what I was trying to do. Okay. It was weirdly broken. So what we're doing is getting the basic shapes of these rocks. We're not going to worry about shading them just yet. We're just getting the shapes. And get like a smaller brush just so it's more... Actually, I do kind of like that size. Let's go back here. Just kind of bringing this out to here. It doesn't have to be exactly like the picture. Just add rocks. A rock here. Some rocks over here. And some right unlock that transparency layer, and we'll go back to bright, kind of give it more of a yellow tone. Come in here, add the light side of rocks as so. Only do the top where the light is hitting. We'll get like a third color because there's kind of like some different tones in here. Oh, I want to go brighter. Make my brush size smaller. Just add some random colors. Some red in there, have some fun. There we go. Okay, and then we'll take back to this color, this layer. And let's see. I'm going to change just a little bit. Add this color in here. Hey, Captain. Hey there. We bring up this size. I'll just kind of add loosely this really nice darker color. And then the best part, here, watch. This is gonna be so fun. This is my favorite part. So now, let's go on this layer. Where's my brush? Sorry, it's too small again. Where are you? I make my cursor too small and I lose it. Okay, here we go. Be a little bit smaller. It's not doing the texture I want. Where'd it go? There you go. I lost it again. It's just adding this white. This is why I like saving highlights for last, because it just kind of makes your drawings pop. Now, as long as you have everything else added, you don't really have to go back and rework anything. Because like you're saving the highlights for last, and that kind of makes or breaks your drawing. It's like you're adding that really like light contrast. Just faintly going back and forth, very lightly, letting the brush strokes decide where things are. I'm not thinking about where each pixel is. I'm just thinking about like the idea. Oh, what if there's a color there? What if there's a color there? And these rocks would be causing a lot of foam in the water as the water kind of ripples and bounces back and forth. So it'd be really choppy, so we would see like the sky reflection as it comes in. It's really nice, very pretty. Makes your rocks stand out. Kind of have it go around them. Let's see, how does this go? Make this a little bit bigger. I'm kind of gonna leave some little parts without anything, just because that shows like where the water is still. It hasn't been like rippled yet. Where it finally evened out. We'll go back with this brush. Make it small. Just kind of add in these small, bigger highlights in here. Just really work on it. Don't think about it. Just do what feels right, where it belongs. Kind of do want this in here. Going back and forth. Water will tend to follow the horizon line, so don't go up and down with your water. Always kind of go horizontal with your brush strokes. There you go. Where'd you go? I hate it when it gets like so tiny and I can't see it. There it is. Just a little bit tinier. Small, can't see it. It's really just my eyesight though. I can't see very well. Go in with just a little bit more white. Just for this water kind of coming down. It's very pretty. I looked away for 5 minutes. It looks fantastic. See, that's how much like you can get away with just like adding white to your pieces. Like I love doing that. Like it just makes your artwork pop immediately. It's so fun. And then, okay, take ink. Let's see, kind of go up one more. And then we're gonna do, nope. I want this color. Do it up here. Always watermark your work. Even if you think it doesn't look good, people will always steal it. Because that's how people are. We'll leave it up there. We will make it smaller. So it's not like taking out the whole picture. But there we go. There is this. This took me a lot longer, and again, like I could have kept going and going and going, but sometimes it's best like walk away. It's okay to walk away. Just call it a day on a drawing. It's practice. But we practiced some colors. We practiced values, we practice saturation and how to pick eye colors, not eye colors, but eye color, you know, like how to eye color, not eye colors, you know, but but anyway, I'm gonna call it here. This was a way longer stream than I thought it'd be today. I was not preparing to do almost like what a 2.5 hour stream. Was not the game plan, but you know what, I'm thankful I did get the paint. I'm thankful I had the energy and have a really fun conversation about Norwood, about biblical talk. It's always fun for me. Thank you guys so much for joining today. Glad I was randomly recommended this channel. Didn't even know you were a Christian. The surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. Ian, make sure to join in the links. I have my Instagram, you should join. I have my Discord, you should join. Tuesdays, I try and do Discord activities, so if you want to like hang out with other Christians, we have a Christian-based channel in there too, like just like daily faith reminders, just be a safe space for Christians, but you don't even have to be Christian. My space is for everyone. I don't promote hate, I don't allow hate. Very firm on that. I think everyone is made by God, so I think we should love each other. So I'm a very big advocate of a safe space for everyone. Doesn't matter who you are, trans, gay, want to call yourself non-binary. I personally don't care. You're welcome in my space as long as you're kind and want to be a creator and open to learning and just in general, totally fine by me. I don't care. But I hope you guys have a lovely day. Have a lovely Sunday, lovely evening, or if you are watching this, I hope it was useful. I hope you enjoyed, and be blessed. Bye.